This is the Finnish forest.
Papa.
The mother of all forests. And now we're gonna do a little bit. What I like to do almost every day is to go to avanto, which means cold water swimming. And I like it. The water is about 1 degree, I expect, because it's been pretty cold recently. And I'm just gonna go in for a little dip. Let's do it. To the forest. It's off to work we go. Go swimming today. Go for a dip. One of the reasons why I do this every day is because it's a great excuse to get out and see these beautiful places. I force myself to come out and be here and to get a little dose of nature every day. And when you come to the same spot every day, it's never the same, you see. And here we've got a slightly misty day, overclouded. Everything's very clear. This beautiful, absolute silence. Shut up! Fucking birds. Let's go! I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Oz. Because, all the wonderful things he does. Whenever a wonderful wiz there was. Oh, it's great. I love nature. It'd be nice just to film with nobody in the picture. Trying to cover my identity.
Nobody in the picture now.
You ready?
Yeah.
So a couple of days ago there was a bit of snow. You can still see there's still some ice on the edge. It was starting to ice up. So and the water, yeah, it's about 1 degree, I reckon. It was less than 1 a couple of days ago. It doesn't change that fast. Before I get in the water, I do a bunch of warm-up exercises. And I do some after. And this gets my body heat up. Yeah, the thing about this is also a great reason to go swimming, because you do some exercises to get warm. You get the blood running, and this yeah. I normally do 30 press-ups and a bunch of sit-ups and stuff like that. Here we go. That was a bit more than 30 press up. And then I do some sit-ups, and yeah, it's like a morning routine for me. Gets me out there. And what else? You see some cool stuff. You stay fit. It feels good. Gives you an appetite. Puts hairs on your chest, as you shall soon see. And okay, we're gonna have to have some very tricky filming, because naturally, in the middle of nature and in Finland, you don't wear any clothes. So I'm gonna film very carefully. Today is a very warm day outside. The coldest bits are your toes and your hands. So, but walking and doing stuff warms them up. Or a hot water bottle after. Okay, huh? The finger's not big enough. Interesting dancing. Okay. Not sure that's gonna work, buddy. Okay. And my aim is to get in the water and just be in the water for a bit so that my breathing's relaxed. So at first I'm breathing quite hard because it's a shock. And now my breathing's gone to normal. The birth of man. So, when you come out, you might feel a bit of a sense of shock because well, when you're in there, you feel a sense of shock, but you try to calm down, take deep breaths. And soon when you get out, it's good to move, to shake off the water, but you start, the cold goes away. You're still kind of cold, but it's more like a numbness in the fingers and the feet, but I'm not at all cold now. It's a warm day. I wouldn't want to get back in, but some people do, and it's a thing. You really see the progress when you go for a little bit, and then the more often you go, your tolerance goes higher. I haven't been now in really cold water for a year since last winter, so but around January or February, I was able to stay about a minute and stay quite relaxed. There you go. That's all there is to it. It feels good. Now I'll do more exercises, but it's kind of boring shit, just press ups and all. But it's also now I might if it's warm like this, it's not a cold day, I'm not in any danger from pneumonia, I might put the clothes on, like just look at nature for a little bit and chill out. That's a really nice feeling. Watch what comes. Sometimes I've seen some, like when it's frozen, I saw some deer running across the lake, or see some nice birds. Or it's never the same. It's never the same outside. It's like there's always something new, and it's fantastic to watch nature changing. It's just so exciting. It's like a living being. Well, of course it is. But it's so curious. And here we are. And so you see that the circulation in my hand is quite bad, so I get that. Get red hand again. Oh. And at the moment I'm a little bit sick. I have a cough and a cold, but I've been taking some natural medicine, and it's I fell sick like on Monday I was sick, Sunday evening, which is like 6 days ago, and since then I've been coming here 3 times. This is my 4th time going swimming, and I think it speeds up the recovery because you're getting the blood circulating around the body really hard when you get in, and it's pumping it around, and that helps everything cure a bit faster as well. And what I also like about this is that it's kind of like you do it, well, there are some places where people go together as a group, and that must be quite cool with like a group, people like looking out for each other and the company, and always with a group you can be egged on by your friends and encouraged and push your barriers a bit further. But what I really like about this is I've been going on my own, and I really just listening to my own body. There's no one telling me to do it for longer or less, you know. And well, it's fun to have company, but it's also really nice to do something that's so utterly uncompetitive, just for myself, and just an excuse to come to this beautiful spot and many other beautiful spots. And you don't need to waste money on having a warm shower, you know, it's always here. So I'd like to introduce you to the cameraman and my friend Alm Neiman. So hey. So Alm is hasn't worn shoes for a couple of years. He's walking barefoot wherever he goes, in the towns, in the cities, in the countryside, and to work. Tell us a bit about that, if you like.
Yeah, it all started around 4 years ago when I was getting used to wearing these safety shoes wherever I went, because I was always doing kind of different kinds of construction work or other work, or going to dodgy places with glass and dirt and whatnot. And one day I took off my shoes and I realized I'd forgotten how to, walk. We have feet, they're good for walking, and then you put on some heavy piece of rubber and metal and leather or whatever, and then you forget how to put down your foot, how to let it touch the ground. And from that experience, I just left my shoes off for the spring, then the summer, then the autumn, then the winter.
And how did it feel the first winter in Finland, where it gets down to minus 25, 30
Well,
in those shoes?
I've noticed, as long as I'm wearing nice warm clothing, it's not a problem. If I'm naked and it's minus 20, sure my feet will get cold. I might even freeze them a bit, but as long as I'm wearing clothes, it's fine.
Okay, so you think most of your body is heating your feet, or your feet don't no longer need to be heated? They've gone kind of...
Well, the thing is, the feet do feel cold. When I go out on a really cold day, the first 10 or 15 minutes walking in the snow or on the ice or cold rocks like this, they'll feel cold. And then suddenly you feel a rush and they just get warm. And then you don't really think about it anymore.
It's funny because also when I'm doing the swimming, when I come out I feel warm, but it's somehow when I put the clothes on that my body starts to feel cold. And I wonder if it's the body's just like stopping heating, or I don't know. But it's also because maybe I'm just getting cold from after, or the adrenaline stopped. But if I let the adrenaline carry on by walking around without clothes, maybe I wouldn't feel so cold.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's taken a bit of getting used to, but I'm surprised how easy it's been. It's not really been a big deal. It's more like a battle of the mind, just deciding to go with it and
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's more about. I often get asked the question, like, if my feet are completely without sense anymore because I'm walking on, sticks and cones and stones and like in the cities and all the hard surfaces. But I would say it's the complete contrary, like the opposite. My feet are really sensitive, so when I walk and I put down my foot immediately if there is something sharp, my foot notices it and I just don't put the weight on it as much. So it's more like the sense in the foot is functioning properly, and I never bang my feet down on the ground like with the shoes. You can just trod anywhere and step hard.
Yeah.
So you have to be aware.
Can I just get a close-up of your feet, please? So they look perfectly, really healthy feet. Can we see under the underside? Pick them up. So there, nice leaf tattoo. So they look totally beautiful. No dry cracks or very healthy feet. Well, there you go. Kids, have some fun with the primitivists. Back at Alm's place. Okay. Thank you so much. Hope you've enjoyed this video. We've enjoyed making it. It's been a wonderful time out in the forest with Alm and Jimmy. Yay! Okay, bye.